Hello everyone, welcome to another video, because I make a lot of those. Today we are going to be prepping the Scirocco for RADwood because I, for some reason, entered the show and shine. So now I'm gonna have to actually try, instead of just, giving it a rinse off and leaving it there, I'm gonna have to actually try and make it look good. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it looks good, but like, you get close, it's not good. So today we're going to fit the Heckblende that I bought from Dreadnought Customs. If you are into VWs, especially Scirocco's, you may have heard of Dreadnought Customs. They make a lot of things that you can no longer get for Scirocco's, and he has recently made a Heckblende. If you don't know what one of those is, it's basically like a trim, I guess you'd say. Very popular back in the 80s and stuff, where it would go straight across where like the rear lights are, to make it look like one big rear light, but you can also get them in different colours and stuff like that. I think this one comes in just primer, so you can paint it whatever colour you want. I'll probably paint it white because I've still got some white, some alpine white in an aerosol somewhere, so I might just paint it white. I've literally just finished work and come straight here, that's why I'm still in my work gear. So yeah, we're gonna attempt to fit the Heckblende. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think so. Probably not. Someone will correct me if I'm not. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so this is what you end up with when you order it. Funny enough, it's white already, but unfortunately it's not quite the right shade of white. Otherwise, I could probably just leave that one. So that's what it is. I'll show you what it's actually meant to look like when it's on. It goes over, obviously it's not road legal unless you move your number plate, but it basically goes on there. It'll obviously go on a lot nicer when we put the brackets on. But yeah, I think you take the number plate off and then you attach the brackets and then put it on and away you go. So I've got one Heckblende. These are the brackets, which look very nice, very nicely made, nice and sturdy, and some screws as well, and also some free stickers. Everyone loves free stickers, don't they? So there you go, that's the website. He also has a YouTube channel called Dreadnought Customs, so you should definitely check his stuff out. There's a lot of Scirocco stuff. I will definitely be putting one of these, if not both of these stickers, on the car. So the instructions for fitting this is on his website, so I will read those and then attempt to create something. Or should I paint that first? I'll read the instructions and then decide. Okay, so first thing, according to the instructions, that I'm going to follow because I'm a good person and not just try and wing it, is to take the number plate off and take the little plastic trim behind it. So I will do that. It looks like there's plastic rivets to hold it on with, not just pop out, I think. Oh, do I take the... I think I have to take the rear lights out. I can't get that off without taking the rear lights out. Okay, it turns out I lied when I said I had to take the back lights out to get that off. It does actually just come off, but I kind of wish I hadn't taken it off because yeah, I can see inside the boot. That's not great. Yeah, so because this will cover up the number plate, I'm gonna have to fit this at the show. And I can't have that out. I can't be there in a show and shine taking my number plate off, taking the trim off and having that out. But I can't repair that right now. that needs cutting out and having a new section put in, because that is, I mean, it's not, I don't want to poke it too much, but you can see daylight through it. I also can't get my backlight out. I thought the bolts off, they won't come out. So yeah, now I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, because I mean, obviously once the Heckblende's on you won't see it, but in the time it takes between me taking all that off and putting the Heckblende on, someone's gonna be lurking nearby and they're gonna clock that, and they're gonna be like, you went to show and shine and it's all wrong. So that's not great. Bit of a plus side though, this car is 32 years old and only has 2 bolt holes for the number plate. You know, normally you take a plate off and there's about 10,000 holes where various plates have been put on, but it's still just got 2. That's nice. Shame about those holes. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do now. I don't know whether to just carry on and just hope nobody sees that at RADwood, because I don't have the time or resources to address that right now. Or do I just not bother with the Heckblende and just put everything back on and pretend that that's not there and worry about that another time? I'm not quite sure what to do now. Okay, so quick update on our hole. As you can see, it's gone slightly bigger. I'm not sure what's gone on here, but basically all of this section was just like soft, well, I can describe it like putty. I don't know what the hell it was. So I took all that out, I've sanded it back, and I've put some rust converter on it, which makes it look really cool, actually. I've been kind of sat here watching it work, and it's fascinating. I might put another coat on, because there's a few little orangey bits I can still see, so I might reapply a bit of that. And then, I hate to say this online, but I think I'm gonna fill it. I'm sorry, I know it's awful, but I have no fabricating experience, and you think I can make that? You think I can make that shape? You honey, you got a big storm coming. I can't make that. RADwood's in 2 weeks. I can't do that. So I'm gonna fill it, and I'm gonna paint over it, and then when I eventually get the rest of the car sorted, I will then address that properly. So please don't crucify me or scrutinize me too much. I've never done any kind of bodywork besides, actually, tell a lie, I did. This was all rusty before. Oh, it's rusting again. I did all this and I painted all of this, so that's not too bad, but that's as far as my skills go. So I'm going to get some filler, some more paint, and make it so that it looks, I mean, nobody's going to see this except for when I'm putting the Heckblende on a RADwood. Normally you have the light here and that big plastic trim, so you wouldn't see this, but obviously I don't want a big hole in my boot now. So I'm going to fill it, sand it down, paint it, and just try and make it at least a bit better, and then address it at a later time. Sorry guys, I know you're all probably cursing me in the comments, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, so I've just been to Halfords. Don't judge me for what I've been buying. What we got? We've got some adhesive block to do sanding. You do that when you fill stuff, don't you? I've got some filler for holes, because that's definitely what we're struggling with right now. Some masking stuff, some tiger seal to put the brackets on for the Heckblende, some nice scrapey things to put the filler on, and a bit more of the white, because it's quite a good match, this outfit. So please don't judge me, even though I'm sure you will in the comments. I've never done bodywork before. Oh, that's a lie. I did paint my bumpers on my Panda once. I bought new bumpers for it and painted them in the back garden in 28-degree heat. So I'm sure you all knew how well that went. So I'm just at probably the dodgiest Halfords car park ever. You know, if you're from Huddersfield, you'll know. I once saw a human turd right over there. That was fun. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the unit now and do things that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's after leaving the rust converter to dry. It looks pretty cool actually, the way that stuff works. So yeah, that's what we've ended up with. I've got my fill here. I've got a bit too much. They did sell a smaller bit, but they'd sold out, so I had to get this one. I'm not feeling hopeful about this. I'm terrible at this kind of stuff, so I'm just gonna mix some of it, fill it, and hope for the best. And yeah, here we go, guys. Yeah. A few holes filled. It's the only hole filling I'll get for a very long time. Anyway, and I've got some duct tape there for catching the filler. Yeah, you may have seen in the time lapse that I managed to get some of it on the bumper and also in my hair. But woof, it's fine, it's fine. We'll cope. So now I guess I just let this set and then shape it a bit and then paint it. I don't need any more than that, do I? Or should I fill all of it to get rid of the... Oh god. I don't want to go too mad because I want it to be like salvageable to be repaired properly at a later time, if you know what I mean. This is just for temporary repair. You know, I have a sticker on the Scirocco, which you may have noticed before. I won't close the bonnet because I'll ruin it. That one. From the Young Retro Motor Club. I thought about taking it off, but you know what? I think I'm going to keep it. Because a few people have said, oh, are you a bodger? I'm like, no. That's a lie. If you're not a bodger, you're lying. I'm sorry. Everyone bodgers at some point. It's just the way life is. If you don't bodge, you're full of shit. So now we just wait for that to set, I guess. Okay, back on to the Heckblende. I've just given it a quick... We're gonna do a quick, you know, throw on the floor. Quick rub down with some fine grit paper just to sort of smooth it up a bit and get rid of some of the imperfections. It is just sort of a rough fiberglass casting. So I'm gonna try and... I'm presuming this is primer because it says on the website that it comes in primer. I've just never really seen white primer before, but I'm gonna attempt to spray it. See what happens. Yeah. Okay, so it's a week later since you last saw me. It's a very hot day today. I'm wearing shorts. So RADwood prep still going on. This is how, when you last saw this, it was a bit rusty. So I kind of started filming what I was doing to fix it, but then I realized what I was doing was so horrendous and horrific for viewing, I decided not to. So I'm just going to give you the finished product. You don't need to know what happened in between. You know, you can probably tell that it wasn't good from the way it looks. But I just thought nobody really needs to see that. It's not safe for work, safe for YouTube, safe for life. It's just better if you just didn't see that. It'll be sorted properly at some point, honest. So I'll just show you what I did. So here's the final result. I don't know if I want to go nearer. Obviously you can tell it's still pitted and everything, but it's just so it looks less threatening and ominous when I have this off, when I'm going to put the Heckblende on when I'm there. So she's not pretty, but it is what it is. There's no hole there anymore, and it's white now, so that's all that matters. So speaking of the Heckblende, which is over here in my little paint booth in the middle of the floor, this is how it looks after about 4 coats of paint and maybe 3 coats of lacquer. I mean, it doesn't look too... I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's a bit orange peely, but I think it's come up pretty okay, and with it being such a hot day it's dried really quickly, so I can now get to work on doing the brackets, which, please excuse the mess. So here's one of the brackets I've shaved down, because it says in the instructions you have to shave it down, so that slots into there. So I'm going to get the other one, I'm going to put this against it, mark it, and then shave this one down a bit. I'm just doing it on a stone wheel. I can imagine if you don't have a stone wheel it'd probably be a bit more annoying. Maybe you'd have to just cut it, I guess. But with the stone wheel it makes it pretty quick. I've also been struggling getting the horn working on that wheel. If you follow me on Twitter you'll have seen I had a bit of a nightmare, but I've got it figured out now. Yeah, so I've been getting the horn working on this, because this centerpiece isn't actually like, it's not a push, it's just a cover for the middle of it. So I have a horn push underneath this. I'm not going to take this off and show you. It's currently duct taped on because it doesn't actually fit properly. So I've duct taped it so it does fit properly, but it doesn't. It's fine because I was going to see it. Keys in my pocket. So I've been struggling with this for quite a while, but I've now got it. See, because the middle bit's still quite soft, like it's not actually a horn push, but I can get it to work. Earlier I was, oh, look at the fingerprint on there. It's got sweaty hands. Well, this will have a full clean anyway. I was pressing this so often to make sure it worked. Someone else here started beeping their horn back at me, and I got very embarrassed. But they've left now, so I can beep again. Yeah, that's where we're at in RADwood prep weekend 2. This time next weekend it will have happened because it's now 5:25. So time is cruel. Time is passing so quickly, and it's very terrifying, because that means this time next week will be the 20th of August. Whew. Anyway, no need to go into an existential crisis live on the internet. So I will now shave down the other bracket, put them against the Heckblende. I've got some tiger seals so I can put them on, and then that should be sorted. Okay, so here's the 2 brackets. I've put 2 bolts in. I don't know if that's what the holes were for, to line them up, but that's what I'm using them for. And I've just sort of marked, I mean the pen was a bit too thick to get a good marking, so basically a rule of thumb is to just get rid of all the black, and then they should match up. And then we can seal them. So I'm gonna get them on the stone wheel and make a lot of noise and mess. Yeah. And there we have it. They're pretty much lined up there. I'm now covered in plastic filings, and it's all in my shoes, but it's fine. So now we're going to mount them on the car here and here, and then we can put the Heckblende on top, make sure everything lines up and fits nicely, and then tiger seal it on so it never ever comes off. Well, the brackets won't come off that, I mean it'll come off that, it'll have to come off that because neither of them will play, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so these fit with screws provided in the fitting kit you get. So these little screws there, and they basically just line up with the holes here for the plastic trim that goes here, and we'll put them in. Don't want to lose that. Put it on the top like so. Oh. There we go. As long as nobody looks too close at it, you know. I think that's too bad. I mean, it's kind of a cool match, I think. Yeah. Probably looks better in the daylight. Now we're going to seal those brackets. Oh! I would recommend doing it this way. Oh! Might snip the end of that actually, it's a bit too fine point. This would be a bit hard. Probably going to find the clock I'm going to have to have done this, but. Oh, it's got a bit skew with. Here we go. I'm so sweaty. Lower that down. Kick our Vimto across the room. Oh shit. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that, yeah. But there we go. We'll let that set. Hopefully it sticks. Right, so it's the day after I've left the tiger seal to, a bit poke out there, to set overnight. It hasn't dropped off, so I suppose that's a good thing. Oh no, that's just playing the bracket I haven't tightened up properly. So yeah, it seems pretty spot on there, seems pretty tight. So now we're just waiting for the sticker to go on that and that'll be done. So I will take this off, put all the number plate and trims everything back on. And then all it needs then is a good clean, which I'll probably do on the Friday before I go down. So yeah, we're getting there. Okay, so there we have it. That's 2 weekends, 2 very sweaty weekends worth of RADwood prep. I feel like it's not really been that productive, to be honest, but hey ho. I did plan to put new speakers and new dash lights in that I bought months ago, but haven't got around to that. The dash lights started working again the other week, so now I'm like, oh, I don't need to do those again until they go again and I can't see at night, and then I'll think, why didn't I just put those dash lights in? Anyway, all I have to do is on Friday give it a good clean and then set off down there. I'm gonna try and film the show. I've never filmed a show before. I've always just like taken photos, so I don't know how that'll go. This might end up just being RADwood prep videos and then no video of RADwood itself, because I just always end up talking to people and I just spend the whole day talking to people, which isn't a bad thing, obviously. You know, I love talking to people, but I just then don't get a chance to do a video. So if I get a chance, then I will do one. If not, then I'm sure other people will. You know, they'll probably be better than mine anyway, so probably just better off watching their videos, to be honest.